morning, pupils. Good morning. How are you doing today? Very good. Okay, now that we're doing fine, we can start with the lesson. But before we start, I want to make some agreements with you. The first agreement is please pay attention. Next one, wait your turn. Try to speak English and always be kind. And remember, when I ask a question, I'll give you some time to think about it, and then I'll give someone a turn. So you do not have to lift your hand. So pupils, I have a picture in my hand. Take a look at it. Can you name some people on this picture?
A candy bird.
Please wait your turn. Please wait your turn. Marusha, can you name someone on this picture? You want to say? Alright. Aryan. Alright. Amar.
A candy bird.
Arvind.
Now.
Anna. Damien. Mira. Sobari. I don't know who that is. He is? Who knows him? Mifta. Damaru. Very well. And all of these people, who are they? Shakira. Who are they? Celebrities. They are? Celebrities. Very well. And what do they do? Seguni. Song. Do you agree with Seguni?
Sorry?
Do you agree with Seguni?
Wait.
She just said they make music. What do you think? Who are these people? Do you agree with her answer?
No.
Who are they?
People.
But what do they do? Or she? They sing. So they are singers. All of these people are singers. Now, who is your favorite singer or artist? Ifa.
I don't really have a favorite artist. I don't listen to music.
That could be possible. Matisha. Do you have a favorite artist? Who? Shakira. Yes, she's also my favorite. What's your name again? Amari. Do you have one? A favorite artist? Who has a favorite artist? Arya. Okay. So just imagine, right? If there were to be a show or concert of your favorite artist or of these artists, would you like to attend? Would you like to go?
Yes.
Think about it. Yes, class?
Yeah.
Yes. And why would you like to go? Tyron.
I would not. But also.
I love the music.
Very well. That is a very valid one. Amar.
I would not.
Why not?
It's the It's too
Crowded.
crowded.
Okay. Could be it. Who would like to go? Who else?
Damien.
Nuri. Would you like to go? Yes, I would. And why? I love their music. And would you? Yes, very well. And would you like to stay until the end of the show or after, even after midnight? Maybe there's an after party. Would you like to attend that as well? Nuri? Yes, I would. Orgi? You would? What's your name again? Damien? Would you like to stay until after midnight?
Yes, ma'am.
Very well. So in the lesson of today, we're going to do a scenario, and it's also about a favorite or a really important singer or rapper, and it is also about staying after midnight. That's why the lesson for today is called Home After Midnight. You will all, or some of you, will get a turn to act out a scenario and we will all work together. So, I have just said today's lesson will be a scenario lesson. Now, what is a scenario? Does anyone remember what a scenario is? Caitlin?
Acting out the scene or acting like another person.
Arvind, do you agree with that?
Yes.
What is a scenario? Do you have something to add?
No.
Alright.
She said.
Alright, very well. So a scenario means to act out or to imitate an action or to imitate a character or a behavior of someone else. Can someone give me an example? Do you still remember that example? Armando. Does anyone remember the example of acting out a scenario, Amar?
Last time there was a waiter. Yeah.
But do you remember the example of Kevin Hart? He's an actor, right? Does it ring a bell, Justin? Yes?
Kevin Hart is not that old, but he had to play someone who was 80 and older.
Correct, very well. So an example of acting out the scenario could be an actor. He needs to act out the scenario. For example, he's a young man and he has to imitate the behavior of an old man. He isn't an old man anymore. So, a scenario also has a twist. There is some information in each role that you do not know about. For example, you are all working at Tirpalan, right? Your first day at the job, you are very nervous and you do not know all the rules and regulations yet. An angry customer walks in and she has a dress in her hand with a hole in it. She needs a new dress in under 15 minutes because it is a very important dress. It's her sister's wedding dress. Now she comes up to you. What will happen? The missing information in this case is she does not know that it is her first day at the job and you do not know why she is in such a hurry. You can only know about this missing information when you speak to each other, when you have the conversation with each other. Then you can know what the missing information is. Now that is what a scenario. That's the explanation on a scenario. Do you have a question? Do you have questions thus far? No? Alright. Then we can go to the rules that we will keep in mind when acting out our scenario. So the rules to keep in mind. Number 1, don't give in too easily. Number 2, always be polite. Number 3, Justin, can you read out number 3 for me?
Speak loud and clear.
Speak loud and clear. Perfect. Siguro. Number 4, use the right tone. That means, for example, if you're angry, you are an angry customer, it won't be realistic for the scenario for you to laugh, right? Because you're angry. That's what it means. That's why I say use the right tone. Now the last one, Marusha. Can you read it out loud? Use grammatically correct sentences. Yes, so when you're speaking, you will use the tenses or the correct grammar. Try to use the correct grammar when speaking. Now that we know what the rules are, let's go to our roles. We will make groups, 4 groups of 5. And remember, please lift up your chairs and table because we do not want to disturb the other classes. Look eye to eye with each other with your back not facing the blackboard. Alright. The 5 pupils over here make one group. Ifa, Tyron, and the two ladies over here, and Justin being in one group. Shakira being here. Caitlin. Tom. And Japan being one group. And the rest of the 5 pupils here being one group. Please lift your ear and take 5 minutes to quietly read your role, and if you do not understand something, you can ask me about it. 5 minutes. You do not have to write yet, just read it and understand. If you have a question, you can ask me. So you might remember, you are going to ask your parents. Your parents always strict. Think about how you make mistakes with your parents. For now, you just clean up your room and keep up. Think about what you will say. Convince your parents. Think about So, are there any questions about the roles? Let's practice it together. For example, I am A, and role A or is the daughter or the son, and all of you are role B, so the parents. How will we start a conversation? I will start first. Good evening, Mom. How was work? Caitlin, how would you respond? Stressful. Stressful? Alright, I know that you need to rest, but I really need to ask you something, Dad. Song, how would you respond? I really need to ask you something.
What's the question?
What's the question? So there is a show of my favorite artist at Torarica this weekend, and I really want to go. Can I, Mom? Can I, Makesha? Can I go? Can I attend this show? It's my favorite artist. Alright. Someone else. Well, how would Amani respond? Can we all listen to Amani, please? Before midnight? But Mom, there will be an after party, and I've never been to an after party, and that's only until midnight hours. I will be home after midnight. I promise I will do all the dishes for you today. Opinion. Dad. Dad, what would you say?
What did you say?
Who can help Damien? Who can help Damien? Shakira. How would you respond? I promise to do all the dishes today. And there will be an after party, and that's after midnight hours. And I've never attended one. Clean the house, alright? Very well. So this would be, or this is an example of how we can start a conversation and some of the arguments that you can use. For now, you will work in groups and you will come up with different arguments for your role. Now, we do not know what the other person is going to say, but think of different arguments or sentences that you will use for your own scenario. You get 6 minutes to do this task, and everyone, please listen up, everyone has a task. We have a manager. A manager will look that everyone has written their arguments on the paper, and if everyone gets a third. All of you are the writers, and we have a checker. A checker looks if at the end of the 6 minutes, everyone has arguments on their paper. In this group, Amar is the checker, Marusha is the manager, Damien is the checker, Caitlin the manager, Amani checker, Noori manager, Justin checker, and Tyler manager. We all have to write. What do we have to do? What do we have to do? Sobari? What do we have to do?
You have to write arguments.
Arguments, very well. And how much time do you get, Arnaldo? How much time can someone of the group help him? 6 minutes. Very well. Your time starts now.
You let me know. What does the manager do?
The manager looks at everyone writes their arguments down. At the end, you will check if everyone has the same arguments. Come up with as many arguments as you can. Yes. Why? Why don't you be the manager? It's also a way for you to practice, because later on, if you're working somewhere, who knows, maybe you will be the manager as well, right? So try to be the manager. Just check if everyone writes the arguments down. She would be sleeping like this. Speak in English, converse with each other, discuss with each other. It's all about acting. So you may use another accent, but always remain polite. Talk about your ideas, remember. You have 2 minutes left. English, please. Try to speak in English. All right. Can I have your attention again? Before we act out the scenario, I have just handed you observation questions. So, one of the group members will act out the scenario. Your group will help you if you get stuck. You may ask your group members, what do I have to say next? Alright? And the group members will try to look for the answers of these questions. They are observation questions. So for example, after all the scenarios, we will look at these questions and answer them. First question, what arguments were they used? So you're going to observe and listen to what arguments are used, which response was the most effective, and what you would have done differently. Alright? You get 2 minutes to act out your scenario, so I will give turns. Stand by your table and you will start with your scenario. So the first two groups, Orchid and Nifta. Can you stand beside your table, beside your group? So Nifta is the father and Orchid is the son. These are observing questions, so you're going to listen and you will try after all the scenarios. You will answer these questions together. You may start. Who is the parent?
I'm the parent.
All right. You are the son. Okay, you can start.
Mom?
In this case, it's dad. So dad, can I?
Can I go with my friends to after party?
I will let you go, but you have to be home before midnight.
After party.
The party is after midnight.
I knew there will be a party after midnight, but I know it's going to be fun. But haven't you heard about the news that has been going around? Someone got robbed about the same age as you.
Promise I wouldn't get wrong.
I mean, you could promise me that, but there's also something else going around. There's a new drug going around. It's called sucru. It's called sucru, and I don't want you to take anything from any strangers because it could be drugs, it could be something else. So you could promise me that, but it's scary.
But it really was fun. Can I go, please?
Yes, I will let you go, but don't take anything else from strangers, and don't take offers from them.
Very well. So the next two people,
Good daddy.
Adrian and the daughter will start. Please, can it be quiet and action? Hello, Father. How are you doing?
My daughter, what's wrong?
I have a question now. Well, there will be a show later on tonight, and after that there will be an action.
Yes.
I was wondering if I could attend the afternoon along with some friends of yours.
How old are your friends?
The same age as me. They're my classmates.
Listen, you can go, but you can't stay after midnight.
Well, the thing is, the after party starts after midnight.
You do know that I'm still angry about the last time you came home after midnight.
Yeah, sorry about that.
And didn't you hear? A teenage girl got robbed. And there's a new drug called sucru. So it's very dangerous out there at midnight.
I really want to go. This might be my only opportunity to meet my favorite artist.
I will give you permission to go to the show, have fun, but you need to come home before midnight. Understood?
All right, very good. The last two people, Amar and Justin. Arnaldo, you can help me. And action.
Uh, Good evening, Father.
Good evening,
Oh.
son.
May I go to a party?
Yes, you can go, but with who are you going with?
I'm going with Aryan, Sujal, and Miftah.
Okay. Yes, you can. Yeah, yes, you can go.
Thank you.
Thank you, that went very well. So let's go to the last part of the lesson. And that is answering the observation question. The first question. Arnaldo, can you name one argument that was used?
Different teacher. I have another part I wanted to say.
You have
1 minute.
5 seconds.
Plus, you won't have to pick me up because Sujal will drop me off with his Bugatti.
Can we have your attention? Can I have your attention, please? Which arguments were there used? Can you name one?
Jesus, so polite.
We are the son and daughter. I don't know.
Which arguments were there used? Were there used? Abstract. There is a drop called Fuku, and that's why you can go, Caitlin. Very well. Concerns, yes. All the arguments were concerns. Which response was the most effective? yogurt, then you would say, wow, this is something I could use when I'm asking my parents for permission to do something.
To say that I'm going with my friends.
Yes, very well. Shakira, what do you think was most effective? Which argument? What would you say if you were a parent and your daughter would ask you something? The most effective thing for him or her to maybe not go or be careful. What would you say? What would you say? Would want to go to attend a show. Yes. They can drop you very well. And what would you have done differently, Amal? Is there something you would have done differently? The actor, Ifa, what would you do?
I would say, go ask your mother.
Ask your mother, right? Agnaldo, what would you have said?
Soon.
Differently?
Tell my son soon. Later.
Later.
Yes. Soon.
Soon.
I'll be home.
You will be home soon. Or early. Early. That's what you mean? Okay. Somebody?
I would go with them to the show.
Nuri?
Yes, parents.
Yes, what would you have done differently?
Day on.
Can we all listen to Nuri, please?
Yes.
Nuri would not let her son or her daughter go. That could be also okay. Alright, to conclude this lesson, I want to know what you have learned today. Tayo, what have you learned today?
When you want to go to a party.
When you want to go to a party, you? Very well, you need to ask for permission. Amar?
You have to be careful at a party because people can put drugs in your drink. That's why you should not accept cups. I did do that, but I didn't get drugs.
Alright. So next time you know that you will not do that under any circumstance. What have you learned?
You can never trust strangers because they could be offering you some dangerous things.
Very well. What's your name again? Can you sit up, please? Aryan. What have you learned? Can you speak up, please?
To ask your mother if you want to go.
You have learned that you need to ask your mother if you want to go somewhere. Ifa,
I learned there's a new drug called Suku.
a new job, alright. And what did you think of today's lesson? Damien. What did you think of today's lesson?
It was exciting.
Exciting, that's a nice word. Justin,
Yes, miss.
what did you think of today's lesson?
I thought of it. You have to always ask your parents for permission and be careful when you go.
Who else?
It was very fun, but Justin is a very bad actor.
So next time, he will be there. Alright? Caitlin?
It was a good way to educate us.
Yes, very well. I now know.
Justin sucks.
Said what?
You suck.
No, we cannot use that word.
Yes.
Remember, always be respectful and kind to each other. So that was the lesson for today. And I will see